There we are, another week of Hot Topic with Copville and Dominick. Izzo for sheriff. I'd vote.
Yeah,
I'd vote.
no, I'm not going to run again.
I'd
This is
vote.
this is an antique.
That's when you actually ran.
I ran, yeah.
I remember you did. Not that I ran. We're at war with, but you ran for sheriff.
Fucking I ran.
Let me pay the bills real quick. Don't forget check out one of our newest sponsors and best sponsors, Goon Tape. Go to goontape.com, save 15%, use code antihero15. Goon Tape is made in America. It is water activated, which means it gets grippy when it's wet. It's for the professionals that are raiding. You put it on your gun, you put it on your gun grip, you put it on your rifle, you put it on your pull-up bar, you use it in the gym. It's good for everything. We actually sold them out of the black Goon Tape that is back in stock. So check out goontape.com, use code antihero15 to save 15%. It's grippy when it's wet is my favorite line. And so you actually ran. You ran, and we kind of glazed over that. You were all in, right? The whole thing?
Yeah, I ran. I made the announcement because everyone's like, you do something, you're all talking. Okay, fine, I'll run. So I ran for Cook County Sheriff, second largest county in our nation, out here in Chicago. And I got firsthand experience about how Chicago area exclusively, because that's the only thing I noticed. There's no Republicans, there's no Democrats. They're the same damn thing, and they're all scumbags. And if you ever want to know, I think everybody should run for office because I cleaned out a lot of friends. Man,
I just started a podcast.
Oh yeah, that too. Well, that was the first experience where I thought people wanted the righteousness of law enforcement, and they all did. They all wanted to hear about policing and law enforcement and this and that until I said, all right, I'm gonna run for sheriff. Then it was, oh, what are your qualifications for? And this and that. And the most hate I got was from cops. There was people from out of state. I had 4 or 5 cops specifically who were active or retired from New York, from Florida, from all over the place, who they created a Facebook page, and it's gone. It's been gone for 7 years, 7 years. And it was called Anyone But Izzo for Sheriff. Oh, that's kind of cool. And I try not to pay attention to it. Holy shit. You want to talk about how vile people are. The half-truths, the lies, the attacking to my family. Now, anybody if you think you have a spine, you don't until you run for office. Go run for office, be open and subjected to the vileness of other human fucking beings, and then come tell me whether or not you actually have the balls.
Naked show tonight.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I mean, just starting the podcast. I was a little hot. I got my own custom Young Dolph shirt on too. Yeah, just even here, like you find out. I guess it's maybe a little different. Sheriff has got to be 1,000 times worse because you're getting attacked by political opponents, special interest groups, and all that stuff. Here, people are still a little. I mean, they understand we don't. As a sheriff candidate, you have to stay within a lane. Here on this, we can go off the rails on Instagram and Facebook.
That's why I wasn't popular, because I was going off the rails. My platform was putting the sheriff's department first, and the citizens don't matter when it comes down to So I've talked about it before several times. How I run again, that I would put the cops first, but I couldn't believe it was my first introduction to trolls and weak people who literally will say shit behind your back, and then on the safety of a public forum, and they'll never say anything to your face. So it's like now with the trolls, which are nothing, they're easy. It's like I'm not bothered by anything. But they put my family through hell, and it was awesome.
Yeah, I made a joke today at the end of today's episode on my Copville. I went after the agency again. They're doing more dumb shit with the budget that I might run, because we have a Looney Tune lady named Deborah Cooney. She literally her platform is abolish all statutes and drugs are legal. Like, that's her platform. And in this stupid fucking state, she can register with 0 money or 0 signatures to get on the ballot.
Holy shit.
She can register as a write-in candidate, and then she locks the primary. Because she's a independent, now in our primary election, the Democrats can't vote because we're a huge Republican county. So you eliminate like 30% of the voters by her running. And then in the runoff, whoever wins a Republican in our county is automatically on the ballot against a nobody, a write-in.
Oh,
so this bullshit system causes that. And I already checked. So I already checked. She's already registered for the 2028 sheriff election. So which I said, now this is where I come in. If she's going to do it, and they let her in all the debates last year or last election. I'm talking this bitch gets up there absolutely crazy. Nobody can get within 6 feet of her. She has this aversion to germs. And she sits up there with a microphone and says, all cops sell drugs. Everybody in this building sells drugs. Everybody at the sheriff's office is a drug dealer. I'm going to abolish all statutes and laws. And that's my platform. Like literally, that's what she said.
She'll make money from it because that's a couple of mistakes I made. It was number one is I opened my campaign fund and it was Izzo for Sheriff 2018. I should have just had it for like Dominick Izzo for the people, because this is how these politicians, they make their money, and they say politicians. Well, if I do it Izzo for Sheriff 2018, that's it, right? I can take all your donations, but then I can't do anything else with it because it was 2018 and it was specific for sheriff. I can't go Izzo for Congress. So these guys, they're political campaign runners. They get money in their kitty and they just keep moving around from thing to thing. I wonder who had it worse for the system, because in Illinois, to get on the ballot for sheriff specifically as a Republican or a Democrat, you needed 3,282 votes. And that still doesn't matter. You need about 5 times that many, because of the Democrat challenger for the incumbent got 11. I said votes, I meant signatures. 11,000 signatures, and he was still knocked off the ballot. Yeah. So it's like you're telling me that 8,000 of those signatures were bad. It's unbelievable. So when I went to the Republicans as the only candidate, this is how I'm not political, and these scumbags completely lost my support. I went to the Republicans. I said, listen, there's nobody running for sheriff. I want to run for sheriff. I was told, we don't endorse you for sheriff because we don't want to encourage more Democrats to come out to vote, and we don't think it's a position we can win. I said, well, I'm going to run anyways. Well, they told me, we'll knock you off the ballot. We'll petition your signatures. I said, okay. After the or approaching the primary, I didn't have enough signatures, couldn't get it, so I went independent instead. The Republicans slated a candidate. They slated a active Chicago police officer who they did the job they wanted. They got all that attention because people were going, listen, I support you, but you're in lieu with your department. This guy's active and he's with CPD. And he ran for 2 months and then said, sorry, got to drop out. You know, my wife and I don't think it's a good idea. I'm like, you cocksucker. But to run as an independent, remember, the Republican or Democrat, you needed 3,282 signatures. To run as an independent, you needed 25,000 signatures. Wow. And there's only one way to do that. You hire people and you pay them $2 per signature. Guess what? I ran all the way to the end, but I never got in the ballot. Nope.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that MARTA shooting tonight. That's the one. I've never seen it. Dominick hasn't seen it yet. I'm going to play it. But yeah, here you need like 2,100. And here's the crazy thing. The incumbent sheriff that's currently in office, the clown, Eric Flowers, he didn't even get the number of signatures needed to get on the ballot for his reelection. Paid 12 grand. You have to pay like 10 or 12 grand. Paid it and still won because of the fucking bitch causing the problem. And then it was a 3-way split, and he beat the other 2 candidates by the other 2 candidates combined got 16,000 votes. He got 8, but because he had 8 and change or whatever, he beat the other 2 people. And it's a joke that they allow. The woman is not mentally capable of being sheriff. Like she can't. She literally would walk in and go, okay, everybody go home. There's no sheriff's office. That would be her platform. It's gone. Just delete it.
You should run. Like, you'll find out things about yourself.
I just want to run. I know.
Oh, you've been to gay bars. You have a cocaine problem.
I've been accused of all that. But for sure, I would definitely like to run just to get. I don't even care about signatures and all that. You don't have to get on the ballot. I just want to sit at the debate, and then I got this clown next to me.
If they even let you.
No, they have to. They let her. That's the thing in the county. If you register, they let that crazy bitch last year sit in all 3 debates. So unless they change their rules.
Illinois is different. We had 2 guys, our current Governor Pritzker, his first election, he ran against Bruce Rauner, our incumbent. And we had a guy, Cash Jackson, who ran it as a libertarian against him. Cash Jackson kicked the living shit out of both of them at the debates. Next thing you know, he was locked out of the NBC debate.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of elections, I don't know if you saw, Dan Crenshaw got smoked down in Texas. Smoked.
So did Jasmine Crockett. I'm kind of upset because she's hot.
Now, the guy running against her that won, he was on, who's the guy on? Bill Maher? Is he one on one of the talk shows he sits down? One of those guys.
Bill Maher, yeah, Bill Maher, yeah.
Okay, yeah, Bill Maher. He was on with Brobert, the super Republican lady, Christian Brobert, and then the guy that ran against Crockett. And for a Democrat, I lean Republican, but I'm not opposed to, like, Fetterman to me is doing a really good job of.
Oh my God, is this fucked up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the guy that ran against Crockett actually didn't seem like a terrible guy. Like, he was like on the ball, like he was Democrat, but he was on the ball. I'm glad to see her go. Dan Crenshaw got humbled, almost doubled. Fetterman, I like. Fetterman seems just like a dude, like any old dude that walks in and he's like, this is what makes sense today. I'm going to vote the way I think makes sense.
I was talking to my father about that the other day. I'm like, I can't believe that I'm actually listening to Fetterman talk, and I'm going, I agree.
Yeah. Yeah. When he first took over and he was in like shorts and sweatshirts, and I'm like, this fucking guy. And then he starts talking and they try to bait him. And he looked right at the lady on CNN the other day. He's like, I'm going to vote based on how I think the people of Pennsylvania are going to benefit. He's like, so if they don't benefit from this, I'm going to vote that way. He's like, I don't care. Like, he talked about shaking the president's hand. He's like, what are you? He's the president. Like, no matter who is up there, he's the president. It's kind of like the teams that don't go and they don't this one. That. Like, I heard Charles Barkley talking about it the other day too. Like, I don't like the president, but I respect the office. Like, he is the history of the president. Like, who else is going? You know, who's coming around? Stephen A. Smith.
I follow him. Yeah, sometimes I listen to him.
He's kind of like, I know. I don't know. He makes a lot of sense, and that's scary. Sometimes
they're going to come back. This is they start. They're going to be more moderate, and they're going to make more sense because people are tired of the shit. I know. I say all the time. I voted for Trump. I supported Trump. I'm tired of his shit. I'm tired of the juvenile antics, and you couldn't tell at this point. You couldn't ask me, well, what's your favorite policy is? Don't even know one, because I stopped paying attention to him because I'm so fucking tired of it. He lost me a long time ago with his bullshit. So it's like, I want normalcy and back in the White House. But the problem is we
don't have anybody, right?
No, we're just distracting everything from
the files. Yeah. I saw a video. I sent it. I'll watch that one tomorrow. Yeah, we talked about that today. The huge distraction, I think. And I the way Trump is wording things, like, I had a feeling they were going to, he doesn't want to say Israel told him to do it. He had a feeling they were going to bomb first, or he had a feeling, or like something like that. And I'm like, yeah, you can't, he doesn't want to say like Israel told me to do it. So he like danced around the.
I don't get this crap with everybody with Iran, because when we were kids, it was the Ayatollah Khomeini. I'm sorry. I was born in 1975. And I think since like 1980, when I could start to cohere things that my parents were talking about, I've been supposed to be afraid of Iran. I don't give a shit. It means nothing to me.
Yeah. I mean, I only knew Ayatollah because I heard that Chris Jericho's entrance on WWE called himself the Ayatollah of rock and roller. I knew what it was, and I heard Iran. But, I got an email today, and I'm not going to bother throwing it up there, but Iran has killed a lot of Americans. Like, over the years, Iran has killed some of the numbers real quick. 83 U.S. Embassy, 17. 83 Marine Barracks, 241. 84 annex bombing, 2. 86 Khobar Towers, 19. Iraq War, they gave them credit for 603. October 7th, 2023, 47. So Iran has killed. I mean, not that everybody else, we've lost people all over. And that's low numbers compared to some other wars, but Iran is responsible for some deaths of Americans.
Do we have groups of men who are like Delta, who are so fucking badass that we could just sneak them in wherever and they could just under the radar take care of this shit?
Probably not Iran. Iran would be tough. I mean, I could see Afghanistan, Iraq, where there was like a lot of rural, like desert, like, they could act like a sheep herder or goat herder. Walking through Iran as a Delta guy is probably tough. I mean, probably. They don't look the same. I mean, they're probably a foot taller than everybody over there. So I'm just really tall, sir. Like, I don't know. But I want to go over. Let's get into this MARTA shooting. This is one you maybe saw it. I know where I'm going with this about why we didn't see it. It's an Atlanta area. I'm gonna read you this. This is like the breakdown of it. Marta police officer, it's blocking there. Her last name is Clark, fell in love with an ex-convict and nearly killed him when their secret relationship ended and he refused to sleep with her. I'm not sure that's so accurate. She allegedly lured him to a police station parking lot and then shot him. So this is a black female sergeant and a black male convict. And I'm going to play the video. It's long. I don't know if we're going to watch the whole thing, but it starts. It's the body cam. It's going to start off because her body cam. This is all on. She's on duty.
She on duty.
This is amazing. This is an encounter with her. She's married to another man. She's a sergeant, and she's having an affair with a black male drug dealer. There is some in the police parking garage on body camera on duty. This occurs. You'll see it. It starts with no sound, and then I'll play it. It's a good one. Here we go. So it's obviously physical at this point.
Are they in the Sally Port?
They're in like a parking garage, like at the station. Yes. Yeah.
2023.
Stupid ass bitch. I tried to tell your fucking ass a long fucking time ago. Fucking bitch. Oh my stupid fucking bitch. I tried to tell you. Come here. No, stupid bitch. A fucking time ago. A long fucking. Come here.
Cream, stop!
No.
I'm yours.
No,
You can fuck me right. You can fuck me right now.
I can fuck you right now. I can fuck you right now.
Yes.
Show me.
Okay.
Show me.
Let's go.
Prove it to me.
Let's go.
Take your hand off the gun.
I will.
Take your hand off the gun.
But you have to pull my pants down.
Okay, take your hand off the gun.
Stop.
Take your hand off the gun.
Kareem, stop. Hey.
That's what I'm saying. If you don't take your hand off the gun, you is going to get shot by this.
Parking lot. Stop.
I told you. I fucking told you.
I'm surprised you haven't started stopping on her yet.
Stop.
No, bro.
He's unarmed. So it gets better. I'm gonna speed up. She ends up. So I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It gets better.
No, it doesn't get better. I mean, when she shot at him, that was like, so he's unarmed that whole time.
She's justified in shooting him up until a point. Like literally, I'm watching the video going, okay, she made a bad choice, dating, whatever. But yeah, this is literal proof. Like I'll never forget it when we were first getting hired. There was the video of that Maryland, whatever state trooper. I always forget her name. On the roadside, she was behind a Ford Aerostar, green, father daughter.
Beats the shit out of her. Yeah,
and I'm like, yeah, females 100% should be able to shoot people. I mean, well, that's why, and it fucking sucks. This is why we don't have females cops. It was a justified shooting up until a certain point.
Correct. So now we're in like a pursuit. This is where it gets like crazy. So she's like driving with her gun in her hand. It ends up at a crash scene here. I mean, her gun's still in her hand.
36 bags of radio.
That's pretty much it. They take her to the hospital. They room. So let me get rid of that. So, I mean, here's where I'm going with this. Okay. Here's where I'm going with it. Okay. So this is Marta. This is Atlanta, if you can believe that. Like Metro Police. This is right in Atlanta, like Metro Police area.
Okay.
She's a black female sergeant dating a drug dealer.
Is she still employed?
Oh, no.
Oh, thank
But
God.
do you think, and this, I'm just asking.
Yeah.
Do you think if the races were different, that this might have made bigger news?
Well, there was the one, wasn't she white? Some female was on TikTok streaming. It was something weird, streaming live, sharing the screen, or she put up her screen. Somebody put up a screen record.
She was dating. Yeah.
It had to be him. It had to be him because his screen was smaller. So yeah, somebody was in prison dating a white broad like that. That went all over the place. I think she lost her job.
That was recent, but this is like, think about everything that just transpired. Like everything that you didn't hear nothing. I mean, people glazed over it. So here's what ended up happening. She was arrested in 2023 after the shooting. She faced charges including aggravated assault, violation of oath, and false statements. She was fired from MARTA police, pled guilty to reduced charges, and received 10 years probation. No jail. No jail. No jail.
Yeah.
This is where I get
fine. She was, here's the proof, and this just proves me right again. She was 100% justified. But clearly, if she's laying down and that guy's big and he's pinning her hand down on the pistol, she can't get it out, right? So the fact he's walking away at that point, it's no longer deadly force.
No.
He's walking
at the moment she fired the first round, it was no longer deadly force. Now, you got to think about this, though. The spin on this is really a domestic violence case between a civilian who happens to be on duty as a police officer, a married sergeant, to another man is talking about pull my pants down and fuck me right here because whatever's going on.
She's trying to talk.
Because you heard the beginning was, and that's why I don't believe that clip I played at first. That first picture was a lie. She didn't lure him there to like kill him. That's how it was spun. So I had to do some research. But he's obviously mad. She's not leaving her husband. She's involved in an extramarital affair. But I'm trying to be very transparent. But I feel like if this was I don't know.
This was white people.
Yeah. If this is white people in like a whiter area, and like, you just see, this to me would be bigger news. And then we go to the whole Atlanta TikTok scene.
Is that a B? Bigger news? You said B?
Yeah, bigger. That's why I said clearly a B. I promise. You go into that, what we've been talking about these agencies recruiting people. Like you posted one today. I think JoJo sent us both the same one. I posted her too, a different picture. The recruiting is geared towards these type of people that are maybe not. Let me make this clear.
Oh my God!
I say these people. I said these. No, these people. Like we all do dumb shit, but this to me is like, this is different. Like this domestic,
this is black behavior.
Yeah,
black behavior.
You said
I'm not trying to be the culture that they're choosing from the black community has got a legitimate learning problem. You listen to the way they speak. Listen, like Jasmine Crockett is an example where she's articulate and intelligent. She has some stupid shit sometimes, but then when she has to talk to her people, she talks ghetto thug street trash. That is what they're recruiting and putting in.
Correct. That's what I'm getting at.
There are other ghetto thug street trash.
I have a white story to go after this one. I got a whole white people kind of story to go after this one.
Why did you just do this? I have a white story.
No, that's my left hand. Okay, this is the right one. There's a camera right there if you're not looking. So I have the white guy story, and I can see. It's funny. I can say that. Like I got a white people type story. If I said it was pedophile child porn, you would automatically think white, right? White people do that kind of dumb shit. Yeah. Majority of child pornography and that is white. So it's white people crime. I can say that one. But yes, this is to me is what we're seeing in the recruiting in this area, that the standards have dropped so low that we have a domestic cheating gunfight in the Sally Port of the police department on duty. And it's a sergeant. Like all those things together, it just is. It's a lot. It's a lot to put in the blender and go, this is just a random thing.
I got a legitimate question. Here's a legitimate question. Would you feel safe knowing that that female is a standard, that ghetto thug black element is a standard in a lot of these area police departments? Would you feel comfortable driving through Atlanta, Georgia?
No.
Not because of the people, but because of the cops?
Yeah, the cops, it's a substandard. And what I'm seeing, this is fact. This isn't me judging. What I'm seeing is most of these black females are recruiting are overweight, out of shape, Black females that we've seen them not be able to perform basic tasks, DEI, 30 by 30, all the stuff we talk about. And now you have entire departments. And it may be a domestic, but it also highlighted that a female can't control a man. Like he could have killed her. He wanted to kill her at that point. He could have started stomping, like you said, waiting for him to start stomping. 2-3 stomps to the skull, gun comes out of the holster, bang, bang, she's dead, and he drives away.
She can't control her emotions either.
No, she
you
can't.
think? I'm sorry. It is 100% cultural issue. You watched when last week when I posted about that Orleans Parish woman, you saw all the people who supported her were A, black, B, were like, oh, it's our turn now. What does that mean? I get that there was some egregious police behavior in the South all the way up probably till the late 80s and maybe even still going on. But now all of a sudden, that's your justification to come back and say, oh, it's our turn now, Whitey.
Yeah, but that defeats the purpose of ever being a victim of it, because now you're being a perpetrator. So if you were a victim, your answer is to go, well, now we're going to give it back. Mm-hmm. You defeated the purpose of equality or getting away from that. We all admit that was not the way, Rodney King was not the way to do it. That was not the way to do it. We admit that. Those guys got paid for it, whatever. We admit that there needs to be a different way of doing it. But to gain control through ridiculous recruiting standards and to employ a bunch of people that go, now we're going to give it back, that defeats the purpose, and it defeats your argument that you ever a victim, because now all you did was go from victim to aggressor, and you never stopped in the middle.
I bet your head would explode if you went to court and you saw start to finish the enriched black communities with this behavior, like Shreveport. How many times I talk about Shreveport, where it's like, are you kidding me? And then you go to court and you listen to the testimony of the cop. Can you imagine being a prosecutor in one of these areas, Atlanta, Shreveport, and then you're like, oh fuck, I gotta try this case. Officer, can you read in your report what this fucking word is?
Where did you post one the other day? Or no, there was one the other day I saw a video. No, I saw a video. It was one of the, like Duke Gomez does the reaction videos. It was somebody over. They were doing that. It was a female comedian or somebody, and there was a black female police officer that were saying words. I gotta find it. I gotta play it. I gotta find it.
There's the two Atlanta, Georgia special victims.
Yeah, they're fucking nuts.
TikTok cops who are. This is the outfit of the day today. It's like, hey, sorry, I would love to follow up on your daughter, her rape case, but I've got to film my my outfit of the day detectives edition here at Atlanta Police Department. They're a fucking joke.
Yes,
women have no business being cops. I've been saying that for quite a long time, and I
hate when people don't let their videos be remixed.
They're cowards.
Let's see.
Make sure you follow Copville OG over on
don't forget to do that. Don't forget to go to CopvillaOG.com and use promo code HOTTOPIC15 for 15% off of the best clothing in the counterculture anti-hero network. Way better than Tyler's. Don't let them tell you anything different. So I'm going to send this video in. You make faces at everybody and get them all happy.
Guys, don't forget too, Copville OG is over on Instagram. Copville OG. What's the new one you got?
That's not
Wake
open
Up
yet.
Call?
No, we got just 11 to 1 every day on Anti-Hero, and then Friday.
I'll be joining Anti-Hero tomorrow morning at
yes, you will.
11 a.m. Central. I have no idea what we're talking about.
Talking about something. Oh, I got a good video for tomorrow. I'm already there. All right, we're almost there. Boom, boom.
And if you really want to be nice and supportive, you can go over to Cop Talk Live over on YouTube, coptalklive.org. And you could join me every Tuesday and Friday night live. Tuesday night is critical incident analysis nights. I reviewed the Idaho police shooting of an autistic teen with a knife last night, talking about chain link fence. Didn't fucking matter. It was a good shoot. And then Friday nights, we wind up, we're going to be doing guests now, talking to people.
Oh, cool.
So, yeah, you'll be on. You'll be on. Oh, you guys do the, don't you guys do the.
No, Thursday night. Friday night, I'm free. All right, here comes this video. Ready?
I'm going to tell you the truth, but I ain't going to tell you a lie. They really need to make apartments specifically. When I say specifically.
Specifically.
Act.
For us single folks. And single folks only. No couples with kids. No single mothers or single dads with kids. They need to cater to us single folks. Specifically us single folks living with people who have pets, kids, and couples. It's so much shit that we gotta go through. First of all, with the couples, y'all argue all goddamn
Argue? What the fuck is argle?
shit mess. You know, they really need to make apartments that are pertain and specifically for us single.
Pertain and Pacific.
Like, that's real. That's a real cop. That's really happening.
Your language is better than most.
Yes. So, yeah, we're lowering the higher standard all over. It's a problem, and I just, all right. So let's get to let me save my let me save myself from being banned on all platforms, and go into here. This was sent to me just before the show started, and I'm gonna go here first. Load.
Oh, you said load.
Load. So this is an article out of wherever this is.
Carroll County Sheriff.
Yeah, Carroll County Sheriff. This is the last slide. So we're going to remove that one because we are very professional here. Image file. Go to the first slide. I hope. This is child pornography. This is white people crime. This is the Carroll County Sheriff's Office arrested Montgomery County Police Department headquarters, Park Drive, Borough, one of their officers, arrested, facing 10 counts of possession of child pornography, pleaded guilty to 1 count Monday morning. In the courtrooms filed by Bell's lawyer, Andrew takes responsibility, not merely in words, but in daily actions, the memorandum cites. So this cop got arrested for child pornography. Sounds bad, right?
I'm always worried that's how they get you. Like, God, if you ever see me arrested for child pornography, it's a bullshit lie. I am into black women. I am into BDSM, gangbangs, MFM. I'm into some stuff, but DVP, absolutely. But it's all fucking over. I'm into 30 plus. So I like the older broads.
So he got arrested. His wife, this is where it gets interesting. His wife is a captain at the same department.
Sure.
Okay. So how does she have to deal with this? Her reaction is, this is her statement about her husband who is watching child pornography. She is right here. Catherine Hill, Kathy Estrada, Burho's wife and captain with the Montgomery Police Department, wrote in a letter to the court that he has always been my anchor and his dedication to our son has never wavered. So how do you feel about a police captain? No, I know it's her family, a police captain who stands behind her husband, who is indicted, and he legitimately admitted it.
He admitted it? No,
he did it. He's admitted. He's guilty.
Yeah, no.
How does that? How do you think? How does that? So here we go.
She can't be trusted at that point.
So here are them together, and she's the captain on the left there.
He's brown.
He's brownish. Different, right?
That's not a crime for their people.
So how do you? Oh, dude, I removed you.
How dare you?
I didn't kick you out.
That's right.
So how do you feel about that? You have a spouse of a officer who was child pornography. She stands behind him.
I'm not saying a fucking word.
Yeah.
I'm not making a statement. And I will be 100%. If IA wants to interview me, you tell me how many days, whatever, I will fucking, you can have all my phone access, all you want to show that I have no part of it whatsoever.
I don't think she would have any part. I just look at it like, and I guess that's one that's kind of specific. That's how you say that word, specific. You heard that? Specifically. Specific to him. Obviously, you don't know what your spouse or whatever's doing on their phone. But that's a tough line to walk because, when a regular person comes in with child pornography, is she sympathetic to it as well? Because it's not her husband. And it's like, it's a tough one, man. I just looked at that. Somebody sent it to me and was like, take a look at this. And it's like, how does she come out in any support? Like I think you have to sit that one out.
The betrayal would be amazing. Be like, you couldn't tell me you were into that, so I could make a decision.
Well, I don't know.
Want to stay?
I don't know if you can tell her the same things you just rattled off. I don't know if anybody can tell their spouse they're into that either.
Oh, my wife knows all that.
Yeah, I get it. But I'm saying, like,
She's like rubber chicken and lampshade too. I'm like, yeah,
if
baby.
you're not into it together and you have that, like, you know, it's like, hey babe, I like black chicks. Whoa, we didn't talk about that. Like, I don't think you just go hit your wife with that. So in this case with, how do you think that looks for the agency to have a captain? You know, I guess you're kind of tainted at that
Well,
point.
there's a few of them because you see it every now and then with this shit. And again, too, here's the problem, and I'm not in any way, shape, or form defending this stuff. It's like when people are accused of rape, how the way that the courts work, and they only talk about the selective language. In Illinois, at least, I know several men when I was a cop who used to have to do their annual sex offender registry. And you're thinking about sex offender registry, you're like, oh, this fucking scumbag. Until you found out I turned 18, she was 16, her father and mother hated me.
Yes.
And that guy has got to register now for the next 10 fucking years because of that. It's disgusting. When it looks at this too, again, I'm not making any justification for it. But in the state of Illinois, the age of consent is 17, unless you're a position of authority, then it's 18. So when I was a cop, I could date an 18-year-old, couldn't date a 17-year-old because I was in a position of authority. So what if this guy was jocking around with a 17-year-old? Some people will say it's fucking sick as shit. If he's 25, she's 17, whatever the age gap is. So there's always something to it. If it's like, if infants, kids, I mean, anything like my niece is 18 and it makes my fucking skin crawl. Like, you're that young and so I do know that it's all about how the courts say things. So when it comes to this, if he confessed,
what do you do with the wife though? What do you think about her position as a captain going forward?
I don't know, because if she knew nothing, how was she responsible?
Yeah, no, I get it.
That sucks. It's a disease. Any type of sexual, like rape. I don't understand rape and how any man could get off on the having somebody fight you, scream, all that shit. My dick would go softer and it would go up my ass from the inside out with that. It's not arousing. So anything like that, kids, it's a disease. There's no rehabilitation at all. Nothing. If somebody is a found to be a rapist or a pedophile, they serve no purpose on this earth at all. It's as simple as that.
The fact that it's not more. So when I look at murder, obviously, murder, obviously the worst. You take somebody's life. Murder can be like a road rage incident that happens to spill over or out of control, and somebody does something completely fucking stupid out of reaction to whatever. Maybe the most stable person gets the right button pushed, thinks they're in danger, makes a bad decision. 1,000% probably will never do that again. Some of these cases, a person that is capable of getting involved with children or that type of behavior is completely useless to society forever. There's no rehabilitation. There's no coming back. They should be exterminated on the spot.
There's no heat of the moment.
No, they are planning and planning. All it is at some point, the sickness finally crosses the line. They look at pictures. They look at this. They see a video. They act it out. They get to the point where that doesn't make it anymore, just like a drug addict. And at some point that crosses the line. The moment that line is crossed, that person is not they cannot be rehabilitated.
They can't be rehabilitated at all.
They're done. They're done. They're gone. Finished. And I'll tell you the other thing. I worked sex offenders for about a year. I had to do the checks. And what the worst part about it is, the worst cases are usually the guys that have the least punishment because they don't want to put a 4-year-old girl on the stand. They don't want to put a 6-year-old girl on the stand. These guys end up in some type of deal. I'll never forget this one piece of shit. I had to go to his house and he molested his granddaughter. Bad. And he got the very minimal minor probation, all this stuff, because they didn't want to put the fucking kid on the stand. So he took some bullshit plea. And he would talk the most shit. I didn't do shit, fucking. And I wanted to fucking kill him every time I had to go there. And then I had a sex offender that was actually married to the victim, because it was what you just said, 25 and like 17. It was a problem back then. He, for the rest of his life, was a sex offender to the day he died. And every time I went and checked, he had 3 kids with the victim. They were married in a
I
fucking
hate the
completely
system.
good relationship, and he was on this stricter probation than the piece of shit that molested his granddaughter.
Yep.
Like,
it-
how
it's
does it
nuts.
make sense?
Makes sense. Think of all the legitimate rape cases that are never brought to light because of all the females who make the false allegations.
Yes,
Let's put
that's a
something up
problem as
online
well.
where some dumbass guy sat in front of his accuser after he spent 17 years in prison.
I watched one the other night. It's the yogurt murder. It's in Texas. It's the yogurt murder. It's a big case because 4 guys went to prison, or 3 went to prison that didn't do it. And what some of the interesting things, you watch it. One of the victims is actually right here. He didn't kill her, but it was right here in Fort Pierce, which is one city south of me. This guy, when they ended up figuring out it was him, is when DNA ended up coming around. He was dead. He killed himself in a police standoff, and they exhumed him and found out he committed all these other crimes. But one of the most interesting things I found, that I think it was Nashville or Memphis, when the DNA systems came around, they had 6,000 unprocessed rape kits at one agency. 6,000 unprocessed rape kits at one agency in America. That blew my mind. I'm thinking, what the fuck were they doing? Like, they just threw them in a locker and were like, oh, we'll get to that one later. We'll get to that one later. And they just piled up, and they ended up, one of those 6,000 ended up tying all of it together when they finally put it in CODIS. And then it went to here. And one of the victims at the yogurt shop, there was 4 girls killed there in Texas, had the victim suspect's DNA under her fingernails. And it was another shitty case because they got 3 dudes to confess using the old Reed technique where they convinced them to confess. Oh, yeah.
Started out of here.
3 dudes went to prison. 1 didn't. They spent 10 years in prison, all innocent, never fucking did anything wrong. And then
You
it came
look,
full
but,
circle.
but they looked up and to the right while they're asking you questions.
Oh, they got, this one they went real bad.
You're folding your arms while talking.
By the end of it, all 3 of them signed a confession that they did it.
Yep. False
It's like-
confessions are fucking legitimate.
Yes, they are
Confessions.
really.
If anybody follows my content, they know that I am huge. I advocate for a woman named Melissa Kaljuzinski out here in Illinois, who is in prison for 15 years now of a 31-year sentence for killing a toddler, which medical evidence said that she didn't do. But she sat and confessed after a 9-hour interrogation with no phone call, no piss break. And it was my cocksucker fucking chief who bullied the girl into confessing.
Yeah, when I start watching those, it makes me sick. It's just makes me just as sick when you see a terrible use of force. I know how we both feel about that. When you see a terrible one and you're like, that's going to set us back because that's completely garbage. Like all the ones you've been breaking down. And Colorado had a couple of them. And you look at those and nobody, it's just a bad apple, bad seed. No, it sets the whole fucking profession back when one is applied somewhere else. So the same thing goes for false confessions. When you sit through and watch one of those, and you think about how hard I think about how hard I work to make sure I did everything right. The last thing on God's earth that I ever want to do is put an innocent person in jail. And I had to skirt this thing and do this interview and walk the line and and you do it all right. And you watch these guys talk the people into the fucking crime. The guy's like, well, you said the gun was a 380. Yeah, it was. It could have been a 9mm, right, Steve?
Oh, yeah, it could have been.
No, I think it was a 380. No, it was definitely. It could have been. It was a 9mm. So it could have been a 9mm. And then by the end of the day, he's like, yeah, it was a Beretta 9mm. I had in my hand, sir. I shot him, and he signs the fucking paper. And the dude started out at a 380 Ruger and ends up possessing a Beretta 9mm 5 hours later because he's fucking frazzled.
I say it all the time.
Screamed out.
Fish only get caught when they open their mouths, and the problem is people talk to the police, and police do not know. They go in there to try to get you to confess to shit. That's all they care about. I will say it's gotten. I think the interviews have gotten better, but when you go back to the generation we just talked about, people that might want to get back at us, how many black males got framed for crimes? Oh my God,
Yeah,
John
yeah.
Burke, what?
Yeah, how many
What?
black males got that were like, hey, this young white girl got raped in Alabama.
Yeah.
There's a black guy. He did it. Like, and then he's in prison.
Well, Emmett Till.
Yeah, I mean,
Juana
that-
Brawley still never been apologized for what she did.
so
Yeah.
it just that is what set police back, that type of behavior. And then when you watch it, like for me, it's like everybody else watches that special and they're seeing, oh, DNA and this, and I'm going, look at this fucking interview. Those guys should be in prison. They should go back and find those cops that did that interview, and they should lock them up for as many years as the dudes went.
It's hard for me. It's like, because I get so angry when there's been 2 or 3 48-hour, like CBS 48-hour editions on this woman, Melissa Kalizinski, and I get angry to the point of tears. Like when I watched the second one, it came out in 2016. I was actually sitting on the couch crying because I was so fucking pissed, because I know what it's like to be in the chief's office and the chief is just smarmily looking at you and saying shit. And he was a big man, 6'2", baritone voice, all this shit. And he talks to you very condescendingly, and then you take this girl, and her entire interrogation is up on YouTube. And you see these 2 very big men, and she's in the corner of a room facing a door that's closed, and they're both angling in on her, leaning in. She's got nowhere to go for 9 hours. And my heart is fucking breaking, because I want to scream through the video camera, shut the fuck up. And she goes from, I didn't do anything, to literally 9 hours later, okay, I just want to say this like you guys need it. And our county has her sitting, or they convicted her, state is sitting her, she's rotting in prison now since 2009, and evidence proves she didn't do it.
She's out now or no?
No, fuck no. Her new lawyer is Kathleen Zellner, the woman from Making a Murderer. And Zellner is a bad ass. And we've gone all the way to the Supreme Court, to listen to her plead her case. And Supreme Court's like, man, so it's, I don't know. She's petitioning our governor for a, not a pardon, one of the other
clemency.
So hopefully Pritzker does the right thing, but the evidence has been out there, and it's horrible to say, and I say this because I'll never do it. I wish that my ex-chief, George Falenko, would get the worst case of cancer, and it would be the most painful thing on the planet, and he would suffer every goddamn fucking day till his death for what he did to that girl. That's how much I hate him for what he did.
Yeah. And then it's terrible. And when you see these cases on there, I think I don't know how. That's where, like, the cop thing, like the cat and mouse game for me was what did it. I loved the chase. But I wanted it to be the right guy. Like, I can't imagine. I mean, I had some shitty cases too. I had some real shitty cases. I have one of the worst unsolved cases of Susie Tomasi. Old lady goes. It was March coming up, March 17th, 2017. It'll be the anniversary. She walks out. She's got dementia. She walks out of her husband's restaurant. She walks through a plaza. Later on, we find out she gets in a truck. Thin air. Years go by, and we find her right where we searched for her the whole time, shot in the head, dead, decomposed, and all. No suspects, no evidence, no nothing. I hate that case. Every time I think about it, I feel like I did everything I could do.
How do you sleep if you got the wrong guy?
I can't imagine going to somebody, like, just going, all right, fuck it. That guy's got a white truck. Let's go grab him. And I'm going to, how would you, like, that'd be like, it's like murdering somebody. You put them, you're basically taking their life away. And you're going to go to bed that night going, I know that's not the right guy, but I found a guy. Like, I found a guy.
Nope.
Nope. Like, I can't imagine being fulfilled. It goes back to the rape thing. Like, I can't imagine being fulfilled by a woman that can't stand me, doesn't, like, is disgusted by me, but I took something from her or ruined her. The same way, how could you put somebody in jail and be like, well, we wrapped that one up, Sarge, great job, we're off to Denny's or off to the donut shop? Like, you deserve to rot in hell as well.
It's one of the worst things that I feel, how much fucking hatred I feel for that man. It is what it is.
And it sucks. Like, I can get the pressure from, but you got, I guess back then, the pressure from an unsolved case must have been enough to go, fuck it.
And it's Lake County, Illinois, the county I worked at, is one of the largest collection of false confession cases. We had Juan Rivera, who they got him to confess. Then he was released, I think, like 10 or 15 years later, given $20 million because the blood on the gym shoes they proved were his. The gym shoes didn't come out for another 2 years. So it's like my very first year out, we find a baby in a dumpster behind our Regal Cinema. Big fucking thing, right? Our detective, Rich and Lake County Major Crimes Task Force, after 4 hours of interviewing this woman, gets her to confess. They're all high-fiving. Yeah, Richie, good job. She confessed. Blah, blah. Years later, find out it's not her baby. DNA doesn't match. And that was 2001. And I just spoke to the exiting chief, who was my FTO, and he goes, we just now in 2025 found out who the parent of that was.
How does that I don't
know.
I guess I guess that shows at some point. I mean, I guess they're still there, but at some point we had some really, really terrible human beings putting on a badge. And
yeah.
I mean, we see it now, but I mean, obviously with technology, cameras, license plate readers, GPS, it's a lot harder to pull something like that off than it was 25 years ago when they believed everything. I made a joke the other day. They believed everything. I was making I told a story about, we had a guy eating crack one day, me and my buddy out in the hood. We fucking did what we did. We knocked his hat off. We choked him. We got the drugs out of his mouth, ripped it out. I thought he was dead for a little bit because he wasn't moving. But the VCR tape that went in our back camera that we had the key to disappeared. If you could believe that. It disappeared. Yeah. So when we went to court, they believed us, and it was true. I'm not saying I did not fabricate anything, but I didn't have video back then, and the guy got convicted. Rightfully so. He was guilty, but they actually believed what the police said.
That's a big
knowing that power, that's where that guy's got crack too, and that guy ate crack too, and that guy ate crack too. You get on some power trip, and now everybody goes to jail. So
this is another reason why I say I don't celebrate fallen cops. I will not put them up on my wall or my stories or anything, because I don't know whose character was shitty, right? The second you put on a uniform, your word means more than someone else. And it's amazing. It's like, I saw you. Like, did you see the woman going around? She's got a Instagram story where she's on a traffic stop, and the cop is saying, I saw you operating your phone with your right hand. Yeah. She goes, you're sure? You're sure? Yes, I will. Okay, we're going to testify in court. She shows up. She doesn't even have a fucking right hand. It's like cut off at the wrist for like a birth defect or something.
That's a really good one.
Like, holy
so when
shit.
you were on calls, and was one of the first questions was, do you have a description of the culprit? So when dealing with the media, do they ask that?
Yeah. No, they don't, because that stopped about 15 years ago. If you watch news reports, it was no longer the color of the male was ever given out. Yeah, a male. Well, if it was a white male, we knew it was a white male. If it was a male, then we knew it wasn't. It was a black male. That's how it goes.
9521. We have a pack of cool menthol cigarettes and a bottle of Hennessy stolen from the liquor store.
Oh yeah, black guy.
Suspect is but the media won't report it. Did you see the 12-year-old? Did you see the case that was down in Miami? Just happened that 3 young teenagers held down a female, raped her, Miami.
No.
The father of one of the 12-year-old male was one of the suspects. He did not rape her, but he held her down with the other 2 males and put rocks in her mouth in order to keep her from being able to scream.
Black or white or Hispanic?
All black males.
The
father of the male 12-year-old who did that was complaining that his son was arrested and in trouble. He didn't rape her. He just held her down.
He should be.
Put rocks in her. Yeah, the father. If you look the clip up, look up Miami father. It's out there. But my point being is, he justified, like literally was standing there justifying that his son didn't do nothing and shouldn't be in trouble and shouldn't be tried as an adult because he was just a young kid visiting the area and he was influenced by the other kids and he's really a good kid. He plays football and he's a good kid and he shouldn't be in trouble.
No, he's not. He's a piece of
I know.
Human being.
Yes.
That's a problem too. I don't like the fact that juvenile records are sealed at all.
No, they shouldn't be.
That should be open.
There's certain things that shouldn't be. I mean, if you fucking stole I guess anything violent felony should not be sealed ever. Has to be considered. Because if you go down the road of sealing all juvenile records and there's a sex crime in there, that's a huge problem.
That's a huge problem. He's 13 years old. He's raping the neighbor's kid. What is this shit? Nope.
Yeah. I mean, there's certain things you shouldn't be held against you. If you stole something at 12 years old, okay, you're an undeveloped mind. Like you're done. We all stole something. Everybody has stolen something.
I did, not me.
Yeah, right.
My sister. Fucking not me.
Never you. But
I'm afraid of my fucking mother because literally I came from that household. If your friends did something stupid and you were there, she beat the shit out of us. I got beat.
I'll tell you, I never stole anything. I did like for store. I was like 11 or 12, went to a friend's house and I put one of his, it was a Commodore 64 games and I took his game and I still feel terrible to this day. I remember the feeling. It wasn't the ass whoop. I did get my ass whooped. It wasn't the ass whooping. It was having to hand it back to him, knowing that I had taken it from him. My mom's like, "You're gonna take it back." Like they call back in the day. Your mom called, and everybody handled it in the neighborhood. And I went and got my ass beat. I got driven back over to the house, and I had to hand him his game. And the look and the feeling of like, I'm a piece of shit. Like this is his game.
That's morals.
And I took it. And I was like, well, I'll never do that again.
That's moral character. And we don't there's not a lot of that on kids at all today.
Yeah, don't believe that trial's not started. The Texas track stabbing. Yeah, I got embarrassed. My mother was Greek and Italian 50-50. Her mom's last name was Guido, and her father's maiden name was Constantis. So I remember I made the mistake one time. Yeah, Greek and Italian. I made the mistake one time. I was a slick mouth 13-year-old kid. I played hockey, and so I had hockey stuff in my room, and I think I got 4 D's and an F, 4 D's and an F on my report card. And she came in with it, and she's going over it, and he said something, and I said one of the worst things I think I ever said was, "Well, at least I was consistent." That was not funny. So she said, "Yeah, well, it is now." So she said, "You're not going to play on the All-Star." I was decent at hockey. She said, "You're not going to the All-Star tournament. You're grounded." And I said, next not funny thing I said was, "I'll just kill myself." She said, I got a better idea. She says, "I'm just going to help you." She grabbed a hockey stick and beat the fucking brakes off me.
Wouldn't happen.
Beat the brakes off me. And I didn't ever do that again either. Didn't ever threaten to kill myself in front of my mother because I knew it. I felt like to start to kill yourself, and it didn't feel very good. So I figured I don't want to do it to myself because it didn't feel great. But that's growing up in the 80s where you drank water out of the hose and you played outside and you had consequences.
And you got the shit beat out of you.
Like the video you posted today, like the kids that are now cops, the kid that didn't like his cheeseburger and he's crying and he's holding up his cheeseburger and
dude, fucking Michael Clark, or I can't remember his name, is Sheriff Clark or whatever.
Yeah,
he made
David
this
Clark.
statement.
David Clark.
He made this statement that everybody's sharing, talking about, the problem with today's generation of these criminals is you parents didn't raise your kids, blah, 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 blah. And I'm going, where do you think these cops come from? Same fucking generation.
Yeah, that's the hard argument to make, isn't it? The same kids that didn't get raised properly are now toting a Glock around, and they have never been disciplined, never been punched in the mouth. Yeah, never been punched in the mouth, and they're out there on patrol. So it's a dangerous world, and then they don't take it serious on top of it and honestly, we had a generation where the resources and training wasn't there, statistics weren't there, and we were carrying around dumb equipment that didn't work, and we were doing tactics that didn't work. Well, that's already been all disproven. And now there's all that information and tactics and proper training available, but we still choose not to do it. We'd rather make videos and post our, you know what I have? I have a burner account that I can see Haley's account again.
Oh, I could see it all the time. You don't want
to. Didn't block you?
On Twitter or on
Instagram? Instagram.
On TikTok, no.
I can see her again, and she's just as disgusting as always.
I've been sending you stuff. I think I sent you stuff.
Yeah, she's bad. So that's whenever I go, that's my go-to. Whenever I see,
whenever you want to feel better about yourself, look at
whenever I want to feel better for myself, I just open TikTok and scroll about 4 times, and I'm like when my wife sends us something, and I'm like, why did you do that to me? Why did you send me this? Because now I want to find out where she works. I want to find out, post it, and then Izzo's going to get involved, and then next thing you know, she's going to get fucking fired or whatever happens, and off they go.
Nice. Don't want attention. Don't put your shit up online.
Yeah, that's how I feel. So, Dominick, I appreciate it, man. Another week. Yep. We will see you tomorrow, noonish Eastern. You'll be on right after the break. And then what time's your show Friday night?
So 8 p.m. Eastern on Tuesdays and Fridays.
You're on, and that's on YouTube? You're doing pop-in guests like we do, or full guests?
No, we're doing full guests. I'm starting that now because people are
like
tired.
A whole podcast thing.
We're going to be
live podcasting.
Live, yep.
Like a broadcast of a guest. Yep. Awesome, man. You ever need me, let me know.
Yeah, of course.
Maybe I'll say something stupid on there. So
Oh, you can't.
I won't say what you say, but I'll say something. So appreciate it, guys. We'll see you next week.